Full self-driving beta. That seems to be the only thing people in the Tesla community are talking about these days, and for good reason. I mean, this is the moment so many people have been waiting for, right? Well, unfortunately, and at the same time, fortunately, only a few select people have been chosen to receive FSD Beta, leaving many of us feeling like a kid in gym class waiting to be selected for a kickball game. But there are a whole slew of emotions here because although I'm disappointed I haven't been selected yet, this is also very exciting because Elon Musk announced that it will be released to more people as we start seeing improvements and, dependent on safety, could see a wide release in the United States by the end of the year. Now, is that realistic? Probably not, but I'm optimistic for a few reasons. Now, number one, there have already been a few updates to the beta program, meaning there have been significant improvements in less than a week. Now, there have been reports of gigabytes, and I mean gigabytes of information being uploaded from their car to Tesla, allowing the developers to see and correct issues with the program. Now, this has also allowed for the program to be rolled out to more people. And although I haven't personally experienced FSD Beta, wink wink, hit me up if you live in Northern California and have FSD Beta, I'm seeing promising results based on countless videos I've seen. Now, I could go on and on about how it handles left and right turns, how it avoids and waits for pedestrians. It even slows down for speed bumps. But those are things you'll be able to see with a quick Google search. And the visualization, to me, it actually looks like something I would have seen on my TV screen in the 80s while playing Atari. But actually, there's a lot going on here. And the car clearly sees a lot more than we even imagined. However, once it's released to the masses, the visualization will be toned down. But Elon did hint it could eventually be a setting option. Now, the list of amazing things it does, it's a long one. But that being said, it clearly has a long way to go. Now, I've seen countless times the driver had to take over for a number of reasons, such as avoiding other cars and fear of hitting the curb, just to name a few. We are still a long way from being able to sit in the passenger seat while the car drives. But the latest FSD Beta software is the biggest step forward we've seen in a long time. So let's take a look at what all of this means. If you sprung for full self-driving either at the point of ordering your Tesla or later on, then you have nothing else to do other than wait. Now, this could be an early adoption during the enhanced autopilot days where you paid upwards of $11,000 total, or you could have been one of the lucky ones who got autopilot with full self-driving for $5,000. Of course, this was just before autopilot came standard in all cars. Now, as I'm recording this video on October 28th, 2020, the cost for FSD is $8,000 and scheduled to go up to $10,000 by the 29th. Smart move by Tesla, right? I mean, release a beta version of FSD, then encourage those people to release videos of FSD in action. No doubt they'll see a big uptick in purchases, especially before the $2,000 increase. But also keep in mind, up until this point, if you got an early beta software release, you weren't allowed to post anything about it until it was released to the masses. Honestly, I'm glad I got in at $5,000 because if I didn't have it at this point, there's no way I'd come up with $8,000, let alone $10,000. For those who don't have the cash up front, Elon has also announced there will be a subscription service available, and although pricing hasn't been announced, I can't imagine it'll be less than $100 a month. So let's say you do have an extra $10,000 lying around. Is it worth it? Well, I think if you asked that question to a lot of people a few months ago, they would have said no. In fact, I encourage you to check out a video I posted a while back trying to answer that very question. But if you ask that question now, it's a little more difficult to answer because the prize is now within reach and we can see it on the horizon. So here's how I see it. If you have the money and you like to be on the cutting edge of technology, well, absolutely it's worth it. But if money is tight, you might want to hold off and save up for it or even wait for the subscription service. What frustrates me the most about this is the price. because it's going to be out of reach for a lot of people. Now, with that said, I'm very anxious to get my hands on this software, but also understand the process Tesla needs to take to help avoid accidents and, more importantly, injuries. So until I actually get the software, it's business as usual for me, and we'll leave it up to those with the software to keep you up to speed with how it's performing. Now, as usual, I'd love to hear what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you have FSD, and are you just waiting like me to get it? Now that you've seen it in action, was that enough for you to purchase FSD? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.